there, welcome to the Gift of Soul Tarot. I'm going to be doing a general reading for Sagittarius for the period 25 April to 1st of May. See what your current situation is. Sagittarius, generous people, sense of humor. Let's see what we have for these people. Too many. Right, we got a 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Speaks of, pardon me, it's sorry. It's a sad card. Speaks of a dissolve in your relationship. Something's not, something's lacking. It also tells of you need to take time out and you need to relax. You know, the prodigal son returns home after the battle. They need relaxation. There's going to be a joint venture here for you, a new venture. And if you're going into this venture with your partner, it's going to be a good venture. And it's suggested that if you do go into this venture, if you have a job now, keep the current job you're in and use that money to fund your new venture. But it's going to go well. Now, the only problem I see is the 10 of Swords, which speaks of someone stabbing you in the back. Now, this could be over this venture. So just, pay attention to who you're going to do business with. Make sure that your relationship is right. If you go into a relationship, a new venture with your current partner, and there's problems within the relationship, this is going to affect your business. And there's going to be backstabbing, so you don't want to, be going in with that sort of, that hanging over your head. Your challenge for the week ahead, we've got the Knight of Wands energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So that's your energy. Oopsie. And then we got the 4 of Cups. I don't know if boredom's set in somewhere. Knight of Wands is a very young energy. This Knight of Wands is, don't be too dogmatic about the age, but he's a very intelligent chap. He's going to come in and make a difference to your social life or your business life. And you can expect to get communication in as well, for the week ahead. Something's coming in. There's also celebration. But there seems to be an argument. There's going to be an argument. There's going to be a dispute. In fact, it's more than a dispute. It can even end in violence. Now, somehow I think it's to do with the 10 of Wands. This person that's going to backstab you. I think it's got to do with that. You've got the 6 of Cups here. Lots of decisions to be made. Only one decision, but lots of choices. Choose wisely. Yeah, so we're going to have with the 5 of Swords energy, we've got a dispute, we've got arguments on the way. It can even get into violence, so be careful. Just pay attention to that. Let's just see what we have here. Got a lot of Cups energy. Yeah, and a lot of Swords. message from Spirit. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Also young energy. Around about late 20s, early 30s. This man's got his finances where they should be. You know, he's conscious of his finances. He's a decent person. You know, he's got your best interests at heart. He's not a deceitful person. There's going to be communication coming in. Good communication coming in from this person. Got the Death card, which spells of transformation. There's definitely going to be a transformation, whether it's in your career, your business, or whether it's in your love life. So embrace that transformation, because transformation is change. Ace of Swords, something new coming in. It could be to do with the Three of Wands, that new venture, that new partnership. It's the Ace of Swords, something creative's coming in. So you're going to get a creative spark. And if someone's treated you unjustly, things are going to be rectified. They're definitely going to be rectified, but only when you stand up for yourself and you confront this person and tell them you're not going to be disrespected. But don't get too bossy about it. Just state your point and leave it at that. I don't know if who has got medical or dental problems, but it looks as if there's going to be a surgery for either to do with medical or dental problems. But it's going to be corrected via surgery. Then we've got the card of Temperance. We've got that lovely synergy, you know, that potion that's well balanced. You know, it's going from the one receptacle to the other receptacle. It shows an even balance. It's a good light-hearted spirit. Money is not too flush at this stage, but they're having a good time anyway. So, you know, times it's joyous times ahead. Now I'm going to pull some cards from the Mona Lisa deck as clarification for your current situation. Let's see what we can clarify for the current situation to do with this venture, this partnership, and also this person that's going to backstab you. As I said, something's missing from your relationship. Now just pay attention. You're not happy somehow. Could be, you know, the right time, the wrong place, or the wrong place in the right time. It's just something that it's amiss. Yeah, it could be a dissolve in that relationship, unless you work it out. But be very careful if you go into partnership with the person that you're with at the moment. Because as I say, you've got to be careful of that Ten of Swords energy, which is that backstabbing, that dissolve of a business. It could be either dissolve of a business, it could be treachery, it could be divorce, it could be separation. You know, it could be a culmination of any one of those. The current situation is married up with the Empress, which speaks of, you know, generosity. Be generous, but in the right place. Always know why you're giving. Why you're giving for the correct cause. You know, it's not a case of not just giving, but give where it's due and where it's earned. Now, we need a clarifying card for the week ahead. Sorry. And the message has to think clearly before you do anything, before you take drastic steps. Think clearly so that you've got no regrets. You can't be any regrets. You've got to take it easy, you've got to think clearly You've got to rest and rejuvenate. Just take it easy. Because it's going to be a celebration. Now the celebration looks as if it's coming before the violence, before the dispute. You just need to be very careful here. Maybe concerning your love life. And I'm thinking that's where the 10 of swords and the 5 of swords come in. Be looking for a clarifying card for the message from Spirit. Where it speaks of the transformation, it speaks of messages coming in. You know, in the form of a letter, in the form of a telephone call, a verbal message coming in. Speaks of justice. Justice will be served, but you need to speak up for yourself without being overbearing. Oops, no. That's too many. Let's try that one again. As I said, take all things into account before you make any decision. Because that teamed up with the Mona Lisa, the Chariot. And before you fly, make sure you know how to land. So I think you need to put everything into perspective, especially when you go on this, when you've, as this joint venture is concerned. You know, you need to be sure of what you do. You know, weigh everything up. Because you know that'll have an effect on the outcome, especially, you know, to do with this disagreement, with this backstabbing after the celebration, after some event that you're going to celebrate. It could be this new venture. I'm going to see what messages come out of the Psychic Tarot. Oopsie. No, those are too many. Let's try again. What advice do we have? The current situation for Sagittarians. Thank you. Deception and envy. Now, this is deception and envy, and that's very relevant, as I said, because of the 10 of Swords. You know, this, you know, someone coming in and wanting to deceive you, wanting to backstab you. So I think there's a bit of jealousy here. Deception and envy. Someone's jealous of you. Someone's jealous of this new venture that's been offered to you. Or it could be something that you have in mind already. So just be careful who you share this new venture with. Because there's a lot of deceitful people that are out for their own good. See if I can clarifying card. Spiritual strength. Now, there's spiritual strength for the messages from Spirit, and I marry that up with the 4 of Swords, which tells you to take rest and rejuvenate. Let's see what the orb cards have to say. Pull a card as pull an orb card as an overall reading, as an overall message for this reading for Sagittarius. Let's see. Too many that. Overall message. That's the one. Universal Angels. And it's card 14. So I'm going to read from the book and see what this orb card has to say. as an overall energy. The orb invites you to be a galactic ambassador. It is time for you to recognize yourself as a being of the universe. Your guidance is to use your sleep time to undertake galactical work and accept the rewards which will come to you, to your awakening life. As I said, the Four of Swords, it's time for rest and rejuvenation. And that goes hand in hand with the all part of board. And that spiritual strength, of course. That's all I have for you, Sagittarius. Please like, comment and subscribe. And leave me some comments, I'd appreciate it. Let me know how this resonated with you. And I'll pick up in the next reading.